Today, hundreds of commercial flights take off from Pristina International Airport. Families reunite, tourists arrive, and the tarmac is a symbol of modern European transit. But 27 years ago, this very same stretch of concrete was the epicenter of a mechanized standoff that brought the world to the edge of a nuclear holocaust. June 1999. The Kosovo War is drawing to a bloody close. After a grueling 78-day NATO bombing campaign, Yugoslav President Slobodan Milosevic finally capitulates. NATO forces prepare to roll in and secure the region. The war is over. Or so the West believes. Deep within the Kremlin, Russian hardliners are furious. Sidelined by NATO and determined to carve out their own territorial zone in Kosovo, they issue a highly classified rogue command. 250 miles away in Bosnia, a detachment of 250 Russian paratroopers mobilize in the dead of night. They paint the NATO peacekeeping acronym KFOR onto their armored personnel carriers, break the chain of command, and make a high-speed dash for the border. Their target is SLATINA Airbase. SLATINA is the only runway in Kosovo capable of handling heavy Russian military transport planes. Controls the tarmac, they control the airspace. They can unilaterally fly in thousands of airborne reinforcements and force NATO to accept a divided Kosovo. It is a geopolitical masterstroke, executed with ruthless speed. By the morning of June 12th, the Russian armored column rolls into Pristina. Greeted as liberators by the local Serbian population, they reach the airfield hours before NATO forces even cross the border. They slam the gates. They lock down the perimeter. And they prepare for a fight. When the lead elements of the British 5th Airborne Brigade finally arrive at Slatina, they are met with a surreal and highly volatile reality. The airfield is heavily fortified. Russian heavy machine guns are mounted. Assault rifles are leveled. The trap has been sprung. Two heavily armed forces, one representing NATO, the other, the Russian Federation, are locked in a deadly standoff. A single misfire. A single panicked reflex from an exhausted soldier could instantly ignite a firefight between nuclear superpowers. But while the soldiers on the ground hold their breath, the true battle erupts at the top of the chain of command. In Brussels, NATO Supreme Allied Commander, American General Wesley Clark, is livid. He orders the British commander on the ground, General Sir Mike Jackson, to immediately assault the airfield. Clark's orders are absolute. Physically block the runways with NATO armor. Do not let the Russians land. But General Jackson knows that rolling tanks onto a Russian barricade means a slaughter. In a moment of unparalleled military defiance, Jackson refuses a direct order from the Supreme Allied Commander. His response echoes through history. I am not going to start the Third World War for you. The mechanized gears of conflict abruptly jam. Instead of a bloody assault, Jackson utilizes a devastatingly simple alternative: a siege. British armor completely encircles the airfield, cutting the paratroopers off from the outside world. They don't fire a single shot. They simply wait. as the brutal summer heat bakes the tarmac. The Russian troops realize a fatal flaw in their brilliant dash. They brought weapons, but they did not bring water. Within days, their rations are entirely depleted. The rogue Russian operation slowly dies on the vine. In a humiliating conclusion to Moscow's grand strategy, the starving Russian paratroopers are forced to approach the NATO wire. They beg their British adversaries for food. The tension breaks. The soldiers share rations, cigarettes, and water. Diplomacy resumes, and the crisis diffuses. General Jackson's refusal to pull the trigger saves countless lives. The gates are opened. A moment where the fate of the modern world rested not in the hands of politicians, but on the trigger discipline of a few exhausted men in the blistering heat.